you serve white well-being, you are welcome here.
This is Raymond Foster, and in this video we're going to talk about the anti-white pretext of stolen land, etc.
Your source of power is the spirit of the West.
Okay, so I hope you're all doing great. I saw this picture here. It was like shared on Facebook, and it's just like a picture of an Australian road in the outback somewhere. And it's a scenic route, and then somebody's photoshopped the sign, so instead of having actual locations, it just says stolen land, stolen land, stolen land. Now, the way we can know for sure that this is just an anti-white abusive attack on Western kind and a promotion of white erasure is because, well, for starters, nobody says stolen land about anyone anywhere in the world unless that people has white skin. So it's pretty obvious, pretty straightforward. That makes it anti-white. It's just anti-white bigotry to say that we live on stolen land, or sometimes I'll say always was, always will be Aboriginal land and things like this. Now, it'd be all right for people to have ideas in this regard, like to say, oh, it was Aboriginal land, etc., and so we should respect the Aboriginal people and their culture who live here. Yeah, that's all fair enough. But when you call it stolen land because it's a white country, that just makes you anti-white. Pretty straightforward. So, and because, nobody's going around saying that China's stolen land or India's stolen land or the Middle East where all the Arabs are living and that. Nobody's saying that's stolen land, even though technically it's, if Australia's stolen land, then so is that. And as well, nobody's going to the Aboriginals and saying that their land is stolen land because they stole it off the other Aboriginal tribes, which they did. They stole land off of each other all of the time. So, can you really steal something that was already stolen property? I don't know. You see what I mean? So if folk are trying to say that, we live on stolen land, and the thing is too, they do it everywhere. They do it in America, they do it in New Zealand, Canada, everywhere where white people live. They call it stolen land. They're even starting to do it in places like England. Even though we all know, historically, only white people have been native to places like England, right? That's white homeland for thousands and thousands of years. Yet people are still starting to say that, oh no, it's stolen. They stole it off of non-white people. Even though that makes no logical sense. Alright? So it's not about any type of argument about, it's not some logical statement of, Aboriginals were living here first and so now, and now when the white people took it. No. They say it about England. They say it about France. So when they say it about Australia, they're not making some logical argument about how the Aboriginals used to own the land. No. They're just being anti-white. It's just a way of saying to white people, you don't have legitimate ownership of any type of homeland, right? You don't deserve to exist, because as human beings, obviously we need some type of home, some type of shelter to live within to be able to survive. And so they just want to say to us, well, we don't want you to exist, so therefore we're saying you don't have a home. And anywhere you consider home, well, it's not really, because it's just stolen. That's all it is. Alright, so fundamentally, again, you can understand that whenever they say, it's stolen land, etc., or you're colonizers, etc., You can tell off the bat that it's just anti-whiteism. They're just trying to justify the harm of our vulnerable citizens. They're trying to justify the harm of our elderly, of our children, etc., through the use of anti-white meme pathogens and pretexts like stolen land colonization. And you can know that for sure because they don't say it about any other people. It's only stolen land, again, if it's a Western nation and the people who predominantly live there have white skin. So that's how you know it's just anti-white pretext used to try to justify harm against members of Western kind. There you have it, folks. Whenever anyone says that, oh, you live on stolen land, tell them, fuck off. Or you can be you don't have to swear, I guess, if that's not your thing. You can be nice about it. You can say, excuse me, no. The whole idea of Australia, etc., being stolen land is nothing but an attack on us as white Australians, an attack on Western kind as a whole, because nobody says that these are any other people's lands are stolen lands. You only say it's stolen land because we have white skin. So enough of the anti-white bigotry, enough of the hatred. Stop saying that we live on stolen land. Stop with the saying we're colonizers, etc., or we invaded, all of this nonsense, because you only say it to people who have white skin, and that's disgusting bigotry. It's disgusting anti-whiteism. So stop being freaking discriminatory on the basis of our race. All right? Show us some respect. Respect that we live in a white nation. This is a white homeland. All right? Australia is a white country that was built by white people for white descendants. All right? You should be grateful that you're even here as a guest and you're living among us in our white Western nation. Don't be a bigot and try to discriminate against us on the basis of our race. All right? And say that this is stolen land, because that's disgusting anti-whiteism. Take it easy, folks. Remember to dislike, unsubscribe, and whatever you do, don't leave a comment or share the video. And that if I ever do get completely nuked from YouTube, you can always find me at my website, email, on Gab, and you can ask for a link to our Discord server.
So yeah, it's an amazing ride we are on. We're having a lot of victories.